Hi Year 2, it's Miss Addy. Welcome back to another exciting week of maths, learning remotely online. Now our learning question for maths today asks us, can I multiply two numbers? And our steps to success say, I can explain what the multiplication symbol means, I can use strategies that I have learnt to help me multiply, and I can record multiplication number sentences. Our first star word says multiplication because this is the operation we're learning about today. We've also got the words array and repeated addition, which we'll talk about a little bit later. We've also got the phrases groups of and lots of, and these are words we use when we're thinking about multiplication. And we've also got the phrase equal groups because it's very important that when we multiply, we use equal groups so it is fair. And each group has the same amount. Now, we were learning about multiplication a few weeks ago. Can you remember what multiplication is? It is an operation. We have 4 operations in maths: addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. We're focusing on multiplication today. And we use this symbol when we multiply. It looks like an X. This is the multiplication sign, sometimes call it the times sign. And we use the words lots of or groups of to help us describe this. There are lots of words, we call them synonyms, lots of synonyms that we can use to describe multiplication. Words like multiplied by, times, multiply, lots of, and groups of. Now, we were learning about a very special star word a few weeks ago when we were thinking about multiplication. It starts with a P. Can you remember what it is? Product. Now, a product in maths is the answer to a multiplication problem. So in my number sentence here, 2 times 2 equals 4. 4 is the product. Because remember, a product is the answer to a multiplication problem. Now, there is another star word which I didn't put on at the beginning. It's a very special star word. It's called commutative. Can you say that? Commutative. Quite a long word. Now, we have learnt this word before at school. We learnt it when we were thinking about addition and subtraction. So you may have heard this word before and you may even remember what it means. Now in maths there's something called the commutative law. Law just means rule, so it's a commutative rule. That means when we add or multiply numbers we get the same answer, which means we can swap those numbers around and the answer will stay the same. So here we've got 6 plus 3 equals 9. And here we've got 3 plus 6 equals 9. So we just swapped around the parts, but the whole stays the same. Now, I know we're not thinking about addition today. We're thinking about multiplication. So here we've got 4 times 2 equals 8. And you can see my arrays are organised like that. But if I organise them like this instead, I can still write 2 times 4, and the product, the answer, is still 8. So 4 times 2 equals 8, 2 times 4 equals 8. I can swap around those parts and my answer stays the same. So multiplication is commutative. Can you remember the special strategies, that means special ways, special methods we can use that will help us multiply? The first one is arrays. This was one of our star words. Now arrays are pictorial representations, which is a fancy word for pictures to help us describe multiplication. Now you can use pictures or you can just use shapes, it's up to you, but you have to organise them in rows and columns. When we have our array, we can then write the repeated addition number sentence. So this is when the same number repeatedly is added to the previous number. And then from that we can write the multiplication number sentence. So looking at this picture here, we have 4 groups. How many muffins are in each group? 2. So we have 4 groups of 2. Can you say that? 4 groups of 2. 4 times 2. Then we can count them in twos to work out the answer. 2, 4, 6, 8. 4 times 2 equals 8. Just like this picture over here, instead of groups of 2s, they're groups of 3s. 5 groups of 3. 5 lots of 3. 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 equals 15. So have a look at this picture here of the pairs. Can you work out the repeated addition number sentence? We have 2 pairs, 2 pairs, 2 pairs, 2 pairs. We have 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 equals 8. Can you use that now to help you write the multiplication number sentence? So how many groups do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4 groups. 4 equal groups. How many pairs are inside each group? 2. 4 equal groups of 2, so we can write down 4 times 2. Now, year 2, I need your help to work out this number expression here. I've got 6 times 2. We need to work out the answer. Remember, the times sign tells us we're making equal groups of. This means that we need 6 equal groups with 2 in each group. 6 equal groups of 2. In green, going down, I've organised my groups. Remember, 6 groups. Let's use some bananas to help us. How many do we need to put inside each group? 2. 2 bananas inside each group. 1 equal group of 2. 2 equal groups of 2. 3 equal groups of 2. 4 equal groups of 2. 5 equal groups of 2. 6 equal groups of 2. We've organised our 6 equal groups of 2. Now we need to work out the repeated addition number sentence. 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. Now we can count them in twos to work out the answer. Let's count the bananas in twos. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. We have 12 bananas in total. So our number sentence says 6 times 2 equals 12. Our product is 12. Let's do the same thing now, but working out 4 times 5 instead. Remember, we want 4 equal groups of 5. This means that we need 4 equal groups with 5 in each group. We've got our 4 groups going down. Let's use oranges to help us this time. Remember, we need 5 in each group. 1 equal group of 5. 2 equal groups of 5. 3 equal groups of 5. 4 equal groups of 5. We've organised our array. And we can write our repeated addition number sentence now. 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5. Now we can count them in fives to work out our answer. 5, 10, 15, 20. 20 is our answer, 20 is our product. So my whole number sentence now says 4 times 5 equals 20. This is our last problem. It says 7 times 10. Now remember, that times sign means we're making equal groups of. This means that we need 7 equal groups with 10 inside each group. So this is going to be a larger group now as we're using 10. So we've got our 7 groups going down and we need to put some objects in our group. Let's use strawberries now. How many do we need inside each group? That's right, we need 10. 1 equal group of 10. 2 equal groups of 10. 3 equal groups of 10. 4 equal groups of 10. 5 equal groups of 10, 6 equal groups of 10, 7 equal groups of 10. That's a lot of strawberries. Now we can use this to write our repeated addition number sentence. 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10. A lot of 10s there. We can count them now in 10s to work out our answer, our product. Are you ready? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. We have 70 strawberries in total. So our completed number sentence says 7 times 10 equals 70. So 70 is our product. Now, just to remind ourselves, we've been learning about multiplication, and this is one of our 4 operations. And we use all of these words here, all of these synonyms to help describe multiplication. We've already spoke about lots of and times and groups of. We've used repeated addition and we've used arrays to help us work out multiplication. Now, in year 2, we need to learn the 2 times tables. We also need to learn the 5 times tables, and we need to learn the 10 times tables. And we learnt about a special new word today called commutative. As in maths, there is a commutative law, which means a commutative rule. And all this means is that we can swap our parts around and the answer, the product, will stay the same. So 4 times 2 equals 8 and 2 times 4 equals 8. So have a look at these number sentences here. 3 times 5 equals 15, but 5 times 3 also equals 15. So we can move those numbers around and the answer stays exactly the same. So multiplication is commutative. Can you say that? Multiplication is commutative. Okay, Year 2, this is your task for today. I've written down some number expressions on the board. They're expressions because we haven't got the answer yet. What you're going to do is you're going to write them down and you're going to work out the answer. You're going to work out the product. Now, you might know them off by heart, but if you don't, that's okay. You can use some objects to help you. So you could use counters or cubes and move them around and organise some arrays. Or using your pencil and paper, you could draw some arrays and some repeated addition number sentences to help you work them out. I hope you enjoy your task, Year 2. Goodbye.